Got Coco up here throwing first. Looks like he's got a razor claw. Let's see what he can do. Looks like his shot got kind of cut off early there, so apologize for that. Here I am up next. Believe I'm throwing a PD. Saw it off a little early there, be an interesting putt. Rick here, not sure what he's throwing. Accidentally zoomed in there a little bit too quick, but looks like he got down there. Might have a look. Tyson here, just a heads up, he only got 9 holes in, but we'll see what he can do. Good rip. Just a little right of the gap, but he should have a look at birdie. And last, we got Chris. Looks like Chris will be right over where I'm at, so both of us will have a little tough putt here. Good layup by Chris. I was trying to give it a bid there, but came a little short. Rick a little left, but should be easy par. Here's Tyson with the birdie look. And just a little left. Coco for bird. Good bird by Coke. Here's Rick to save par. Save Chris. I also tapped in for par. Alright, hole 2 here. We got a little island. Got to make it on there. You go to the drop zone. Coco, a little nose up. And we'll have to go to the drop zone. Don't know what that was, but I'll be at the drop zone too. Looks like a good shot. Oof. Just barely missing the basket, but he'll be in the island. We'll have Tyson up here next. See if we can get 2 people on the island. Looks like a good rip. And just short of the island to the left. Alright, Chris, let's try to get 2 people on the island here. Heiser. Here's the drop zone. Coco go first. And just a little wide and long. There, good par save. Chris, just a little low, but good run at it. Should be a tap in 4. Tyson also a little right, a little long. Here's Rick for his bird. Unlucky. Chris for bogue. Rick for 3. Tyson for his 3. Correction, for his bogey. We had 2 pars, 3 bogeys. Kind of lost it there, but it'll be a little bit right behind the basket. Rick gonna throw a flick here. Little nose up, but it should stay in bounds. It did. Coco next, also throwing a forehand. Good rip on it. Nice little skip towards the basket. Should have a good look at it too. Tyson, good rip. See if he gets around the tree. Be close. Still trying to figure out that zoom button in there. Chris looks like a little short of the tree. Nice little layup. Should be an easy 3. There's Rick. Let's see what he'll do from here. Gave a good little bit at it. Here's Tyson. See if we can get that first birdie. Right off the cage. Coco, great drive. Should be a tap in 2 for him here. Nice 2. You got Tyson trying to save his par. Par save. Chris as well. Like I said, tapped in for the 2. The new razor claw here off the tee pad. Unlucky you roll away from the hill. Here you got Coco. Hopefully he can put it closer than I did. Looks like it came out just a little early. The hyzer out there to the left. I think he got on the hill though. Rick, nice toss, and hits the hill and sticks. Should be a good look. Tyson looked like he was throwing the warship there. Good little disc from the Farragut Open this last year. Chris sends it a little long. Unlucky roll off the hill. Should be able to get up and down. Tyson, good run at it. Looks like it's stuck right by the basket. Tap in 3. Here's Coco. Awkward stance on the hill. Really good, safe run. For those of you who don't know, there's a backside to this hill and you don't want to go down that. It would be a hard save. Speaking of that, there I go. I'll be putting from par from the other side of the hill. Rick off the front of the cage. Very unlucky roll away from a bird putt. There's Chris tapping in for his 3. Little left. Here's Rick. Good putt to save the 4. And a par save for me. Good hyzer flip to flat. Trying to hit the inside gap here and skip in. Does just that. Coco gets out there a little more left than I think he'd like, but don't see why he can't get up and down from there. Tyson up next. He's going to choose to go from the left of the pad instead of the right. Tee pads aren't the greatest here, so safety first. Tyson sent that pretty far, being a hyzer all the way through. Might even have a long look. Chris looks like a nice toss. Up there in the fairway. And then we got Rick here. I think he's throwing his Ricky Wysocki Destroyer. Just a little more left than I think he would have wanted. Here's Coco trying to force Danny forehand into the gap there. Hit smack right on top of the tree branch and just rolled out instead of sticking there by the basket. Rick looks like he's going to throw a forehand roller. That thing did not want to go rolling towards the basket. A little long look. I think he just put a nice simple hyzer in there. Just a little tight on the inside off the tree. Looks like Chris is almost in the same spot, tried the same thing. And then there's that stupid tree again. Good run by Tyson there, trying to get it in there, save his three. Rick trying to do the same. Good height, just a little left and short. Here's Coco trying to do a throw in forehand to save his par. Just a little low. Ooh, Chris almost saving the par right off the front of the cage. Aiming for two. Here's Rick, save the bogue. Just a little low. Will be a tap in for 5. Coco save his 4. Hopefully Chris can do the same here, save his bogue. Which he does. And last we got Tyson. Same spot as Chris almost, trying to tap in for that bogey. And he does. And here's Rick tapping in. Here we are, hole 6. Way higher of a release than I would have liked. I'm gonna say I got a little lucky there and smacked the tree and dropped by the basket. If not, I was going way deep. I decided to change positions on where I was watching their throws from. Hopefully maybe we can see an ace or a close 2. Here's Coco, disc going a little right. Looked like it was going to pure the gap through the tree and leave him with a little bit of a putt for a 2, but unfortunately it smacked the tree. I believe this is Tyson up next. Looks good, good height. Looks like it might be running the basket, but just smacked a tree branch, came down short. Might be a putt just outside the circle. Chris, nice flat straight throw through the gap. Can't complain about that at all. Here we got Rick. Also straight down the gap, hyzering out. That should be a tap in too. Great shot by Rick. Got Coco here on our left. Kind of a tough spot, but he's got a pretty good forehand upshot slash bid going for him. Just a little low, but should be super easy 3 for him. Let's see if Chris can smash this in for a 2. Good hyzer, just a little wide. And Tyson's just a little bit closer than Chris here. Right off the top band there. Great bid. Better high than low. Here you got Rick tapping in for his 2. Off of a great drive. Coco, good 3. Looks like Chris will be tapping in for a 3 as well. Tyson, very easy 3. And that'll be a birdie for me as well. Yar, hole 7. Not gonna lie, it was a very, very bad throw, but somehow managed to not get stuck completely in the tree. So probably just gonna be trying to save a par there. Here's Rick. I think this is his deputy. He throws this thing pretty nicely. Unfortunately, grabbed the bush there on the left. Still a little bit to go. See if Coco can get a flex forehand in here and get himself a good look at a 2. Looks like it came out just a little early, but might be out in the open where he can give it a good run. Tyson looks like a great throw. Looks like it drops just enough. He should also have a good look at maybe getting the 2 here. Chris, good pull through. I think he got through the trees there. We'll see when we get up there. Here's Rick for his second shot. Looks good. Sorry about that bad angle there. Here I was trying to skip it towards the basket, instead it just stuck to the ground. Chris giving it a run. Should be an easy 3. Rick taking his medicine and just taking 4. Looks like Coco did end up in a pretty decent spot here. Gives it a good run. Just a little low. Alright, Tyson's all we got left here to see if somebody can get a 2 on this. Has to straddle out a little bit to get that tree out of his way. And just off the chains. It's unfortunate. Save 3 there. Picking up Chris's shot for him just to tap in 3. Coco for 3. Rick should be able to tap this in here for his 4. And Tyson for a 3. Alright, here we are, hole 8. Want a little hyzer out of that. You can't see the shot in the screen. It went pretty straight and a little long. Here we got Coco. Throwing, turning. Yeah, doesn't look like it came back in. Just so you guys know, anything right at the path here is OB. Just take a stroke, come back in from there, go out. Tyson looks like it's hyzering. A little short, but pretty good throw. This looks like a little hyzer flip, little nose up, but he'll also get some pretty decent distance out of that and be short, but probably give it a safe bid. Rick with that Waisaki Destroyer again. I think a little more nose up than he wants, but he's out in the fairway. Should be an easy up and down. Here's Coco back in bounds trying to save his par. Roll up will be a tap in 4. Here's Rick. Great height all the way through, just barely missing that. Here's Chris trying to hit that 2. Just a little high. Tyson almost about the same spot. Also just a little high. I'm trying to jump putt, save the 2. Just had that hyzer in a little too early. Should be a tap in 3. Tyson with the 3 there. Chris with a 3.
And according to the scorecard there, I must have had it wrong. Coco must have landed in bounds. Looks like he parked this hole.
Haven't thrown many forehands today. Kind of lost it trying to bring it back. It was a little shorter than I wanted. Here's Coco. Great flex shot. Looks like he's running at the basket. Just skipped underneath it. Hopefully he didn't go too far. Tyson trying the forehand as well. Just nosed up there and smacked the trees. Pretty low clearing here that you gotta make. Chris with the backhand, smacked a tree. He's a little close to where I was. Actually, I think he outdrove me. There's Rick. Beautiful flex shot, skipping towards the basket. That thing's parked. That should be an easy 2 for Rick once we get up there. Tyson trying to lay up. Oh, maybe a run at it. Should be an easy 3. That was a great go at it. Jump putt, just a little left. There's Chris for a 2. Just a little high. You can see Coco back there. He got a good rip off of that forehand, leaving him a little bit of a putt to go. Right off the front of the cage. It was a great attempt. Rick, very nice too. Off a great drive. There's Chris trying to save his 3. Looks like it just kind of fell out of his hand there, but not an easy spot to have to putt from. There's Chris with his 4. Tyson bag on and everything for his 3. And myself for a 3. Here we are, hole 10. Rick taking the box. I think he's going to throw a forehand.
Tyson had to leave and go do some other stuff, so he won't be in the rest of the video.
Looks like it might have come out a little early. Try the turnover shot here. Wasn't unhappy about it, but it did get a little cut roll back towards where we were. Coco. Lots of power, just a little deep. Chris, that looks great. I think it's going to come and hit that gap nicely. I should give him a good look at it too. Here's Rick kind of in a tough spot. See what he can do from here. Up and over the trees. Great shot. Should have a look at a 3. Coco. Trying to see if he can get in a sweet 2 here. That was a great run at it. I'm jump putting, trying to hit my 2. And off the front of the cage. No commitment there out of me. Rick for his 3. Great save. 3 for me. Chris, nice birdie. Chris will take the box here now after that great hole. Sends it out a little wide. Be a little bit of a putt to go, but might have a clear look at it. Rick, same thing. Coming out wide, see if you can get a good skip off of it. It's a pretty decent skip. Should be open. You can get around that big tree in front of us. You usually have at least a look. You didn't see it, but I managed to just smack the edge of the tree there and get on the other side of it. Once again, sorry for the weird zooming in and zooming out. Still trying to get used to it here. There's Coco. Great low drive. Skipping right towards the basket. That should be a tap in. And yet there you can see Coco's disc by the basket. Rick right off the front of the band there. Great run at it, full commitment. Saw Coco tapping for his 2. Chris here for his 3. Looking at getting a 2 here. And move on to hole 12. Held on to that a little too long and sent it out way more right than I would have liked. There's Coco hitting the gap that you should be hitting, fading out to the left there. You got some good distance. Let's see where you can throw it from there. Chris just came down a little early on a roller. Thinking he went over the small little rock cliff off to the left. There's Rick, unfortunately hitting early tree, but pushing through the gap. Rick, unfortunately, hitting another tree. You can see Chris in there, hidden, not in a very easy spot to get a throw from. Hopefully he can get a decent toss out. Save his par, bogey at worst. Looks like he got up on top of the hill there. Going for his 3rd shot here. Looks like it might have gotten over the ridge there. It's Rick sending it in down there as well. Pretty good shot. Here's Coco with a interesting look. If he could put it in, that'd be pretty sweet. Hit that gap very nicely. Should be a very easy 3. I'm trying to throw a roller just to get it near the basket, save my 3. It's Chris, fun little shot. Perfect height, full commitment. Tries with the turbo to come back a little low. There's Rick off the front of the cage. He'll have to take that double. Here's Coco with a par. Chris with a 6. Here's a par. All right, hole 13. Kind of an open shot, but not easy. A little nose up there. Have a little bit to go still there. Go Hazard. Be a little left. Rick with that destroyer. Nose up, but looks like a pretty decent shot. Gets himself to the base of the hill, and that's a great throw. Chris. Heiser flip to a slight turnover. Gets himself out in the fairway there. Coco, I think, with that razor claw. Forehanding. Just put himself at the base of the hill there. Chris got himself in a good position to get an easy 3. Tried to put it in. There for a 2 and didn't even come close. Here's Rick for a 2. Just barely missed a shot there. Coco trying to save his par. Looks like he might have stuck at the top of the hill there. There's Chris tapping for his 3. Good 3 by Chris. Coco looks like he's going to tap in for his 3. Rick tapping in for his. Here I am coming back to try to save my 3. Big Heiser trying to just spike it down by the basket. I think it just went on the other side. Should be looking close. There's Rick. Nice little Heiser. Can't tell exactly where it went, but it should be over there as well. Chris, a little more turn out of his disc than he wanted, but I think he might have turned out to still have a pretty good shot. There's the Heiser route. Sometimes some people try to do the little forehand to the gap there on the left side of the screen you see, but definitely not easy to hit, so Heiser is the more common hand. Chris right off the cage, almost sinking it in for a 2. Here's where Coco's first shot went. So much change. Don't know how that even came out of the basket, but he'll have at least an easy 3. Rick. Nice 2 by Rick there. Definitely a good distance away. Great shot. Here's my drive. Try to get another 2 here. Chris trying to save his 3. Should be easy. Nice putt by Chris there. Save his 3. Forehand. I think I left myself a little long. Shouldn't be too hard to give it a good bit though for that birdie. It's Rick. Rick got it up there. Maybe a little more left. But he should also have an open look. Chris catching himself there, pro stop, realizing his footing wasn't right. Let's go for a second try here. Unfortunate, hit the branches of the tree there on the right. Coco here with, I think, an MD3 claw to be specific. Nice shot by Coco there. Should be an easy 2 for him. Here's Chris trying to get up and down, save his 3. Just par putt. Chris just right off the top of the cage. Should be an easy 4. Here's Rick from his drive. Birdie look here. Just looks like it came out of his hand a little early, but at least he'll have an easy 3 here. Coco with a tap in 2. Chris with the Kobe throw in for his 4. Rick in for his 3. Myself in for a 2. We are hole 16. Way too much nose up. Didn't even get close to the gap that I was trying to hit. Coco with what looks to be a pretty good throw through the trees. Should definitely have some sort of window there to give it a go for the 2. Here's Rick. Nice low throw. Gets himself also up there in the trees. You hit the right spot in that little clump there. There's some small windows, but you definitely can get a 2 in there. Chris Heiser flip to late turnover. Luckily it flattened out and skipped forward for him a little bit. Here he'll be for his second shot. He should be down there for easy 3. Got lucky there. Was not the gap I was aiming for, but it got through. Should be close to the basket for a 3. Here's Coco with a cool looking gap to try to hit for his 2. And he hit the front of the cage. Great run. Rick just a little wide right. It's Chris for his 3. Great putt. Awkward stance. Coco tapping in for his 3 after the unfortunate cage hit. Rick saving his par. And spit out so much change on the right. I take a bogey on that one. There's an island on this. We're replaying the same basket from hole 2. You got to make it on the island or you putt from the drop zone. Looks like Coco is just a couple feet from the basket. Great toss. Here you got Rick. I think there's a little nose up. I don't believe he made the island. There's Chris. Honestly, don't remember if he hit the island there, but we'll see when we see who's putting from the drop zone there. Here I am. Throwing way too far left. No way that's coming back into the island. There's Chris putting from the drop zone. So, no, he did not make the island. There's Rick. Also trying to save his 3. Just barely missing it. Here I am. Made it on hole 2. Let's see if I can do it on hole 17. Just went a little long. Should be a couple tap in 4s here, and Coco with should be an easy 2. Yeah, you can see where my horrible first shot went. Coco, great too. Chris with a 3 save. Myself with a 3 save. And correction, Chris, myself, and Rick with bogey saves, not par saves. Here's Coco taking the box on the last hole here. I think it turned over a little bit. Rick, great low shot, trying to get over top of the rocks there, and I believe he did. He should have a look at it too. Chris Heiser, see where it lands, just grabbing the tree. Hopefully he's out from under it enough he can get a good look there and either give a run for his 2 or save it through. I threw that way too low, got lucky, and skipped up on top of the rocks. Should actually give me a 2 look. I'll take those sloppy birdies. Chris laying up. Rick hitting a tree there a little early. Here's Coco. Trying to hit a 2 here. Just off the front of the cage. Rick for his 3. Way to finish the round. I am looking at a 2. Chris wanted to do a first person putt. Great shot with a camera in his hand at the same time. There's par save.